Welcome to the Talkin Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Wanted to drop a quick video, talk about a potential name in the transfer portal that Tennessee could be interested in. We'll get into it. We'll break it down. As always, do me a favor, smash that like button just below the video. Quick, free, easy. Helps the channel. Hit that little thumbs up. Also, if you're new to the Talkin Vols Network, welcome. We're not experts. We're not insiders. We're not trying to pretend to be media. We are just like you guys. We are fans for the fans, by the fans. If you dig what we do, make sure you subscribe. Click that bell for notifications so you don't miss out when we go live or when we drop a video. But let's jump right into it. This is a position of need. FSU's Jarvis Brownlee enters the NCAA transfer portal. Now, always, we got a lot of questions we ask, right? These transfer portal videos, number one, does Tennessee have interest? Is there interest there? Is there a relationship there? Is this a road that Tennessee could go down? Number two, why did this player enter the transfer portal? And then number three, also, what type of player are they on the field? So we're going to unpack all that throughout the course of this short little video. But it says here, Florida State cornerback Jarvis Brownlee has entered his name into the transfer portal. 247sports.com can confirm he is no longer part of FSU's program, per a Florida State football spokesperson. Brownlee has been absent from FSU spring practice since it began. He was observed away from the team off campus just ahead of FSU's first spring practice. So we'll get into that, where he's been, why he's been missing from practice. Now let's talk about whether or not he has a relationship with Coach Josh Heupel, but more importantly, Coach Willie Martinez, the defensive backs coach for the Tennessee Volunteers. He was recruited not only by Josh Heupel, but also Willie Martinez at Central Florida. So they have that relationship there. Back when Coach Heupel and Coach Martinez were at Central Florida, Brownlee actually took a visit on campus at that time as well. Just recently on Twitter, Jarvis Brownlee was followed by Brandon Lawson, Director of Scouting at the University of Tennessee. So there is some relationship there. Does seem like Tennessee has some interest, so we'll see how this plays out. The article goes on to say Brownlee Jr. was projected to again compete for a starting job in 2022 after playing in more than 800 snaps last season. So we're talking about a guy with experience here. Says the diminutive corner was aggressive defender against perimeter screens and outside runs, recording 51 tackles, including 2 for loss, 2 interceptions, 3 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble. However, he was also at the center of one of the lowest moments in program history when FCS opponent Jacksonville State hit a deep pass over Brownlee Jr., turned the long catch into a 59-yard touchdown to upset FSU 20-17. As time expired, Brownlee Jr. did take credit for his miscue when he spoke to media members following week. It's funny to me when you look at, and this is 24/7 Sports, this is the FSU portion of that site, but when you look at FSU sites, they annihilate this poor kid for this one play. It's not one guy that's responsible for a loss to Jacksonville State. That is an entire football team, but they use that as an out. But it's typical for fan bases, right? Guy goes in the portal. That's fine. We didn't want him. We didn't need him anyway. Let's go on and look at the rest of the article here. Certainly unrefined parts to Brownlee Jr.'s game, but the fourth-year sophomore did offer up confidence and physicality to make up for his sub-6-foot stature. He wasn't assured a starting spot this season at FSU. Returned promising sophomores Kevin Knowles and Omarion Cooper, plus newcomers like Greedy Vance and freshman Sam McCall. But let's get into it and talk about why this could be a cause for concern. But first I want to talk about him as a player. 5'11", 182 pounds. He is a redshirt sophomore, so he does have some time left to play. Before he actually came to FSU, coming out of high school, he was known as a lockdown defensive back. He was a 4-star, according to Rivals, 3-star by 24/7 Sports. He was ranked as the nation's 44th best corner and number 50 overall prospect in the state of Florida. 2019 as a freshman, he appeared in 4 games. 2020, played in 8 games with 4 starts, recorded 26 tackles, 2 of those for loss and a sack, had 1 interception and a pass breakup. Then going into last season is where he really took a step forward. He did play in all 12 games, had 11 starts, 51 tackles, 2 for loss, 2 interceptions, 3 pass breakups, and 1 forced fumble. I think he would fit in as a player on this football team, and we all know we need corners, period. We need help in the secondary. We've been looking for it, all throughout the spring. When are the defensive backs coming? When are the linebackers? We need help in the transfer portal at those positions. So let's go ahead and look at the concern. What would be a cause for concern with Jarvis Brownlee. Let's flip over and look at this article from BroBible.com. Florida State DB enters transfer portal after reportedly holding out from practice over NIL issues. Now, we talk about the future of college football, and that's what the article here says. The entire landscape of college athletics changed forever when the NCAA introduced its interim rules on name, image, and likeness last summer. College athletes can finally profit off their being while actively participating in NCAA-sanctioned events. It also created an arms race across the country. Players are able to accept payment for their off-field services. Not only plays a role in recruiting, but the players who are already on campus look for their best opportunity to profit. As a result, NIL collectives around specific schools trying to raise as much money as possible, yada, yada, yada. We all know. It goes on to talk about Lane Kiffin being upset about it. Says the decision to transfer comes after Brownlee was believed to be holding out of spring practice, according to a report from someone with close ties to Florida State. Became the first known college football player to hold out from participation with his team because of NIL issues. Now, again, is this the future of college football? The future of college football is kids with NIL deals. How do you, and not to throw Nico's name under the bus, but what if, talk about the future, how do you get an 18-year-old kid to show up to practice, particularly if they're not the starter and they've got a contract for $8 million? Is this going to ruin college football? Does this kind of tarnish Brownlee's name when you look at a guy, whether or not you want to take him in the transfer portal? Me particularly, I want this kid. We need help in the secondary. I don't care about NIL deals and what the situation is. You never know what is going on behind the scenes. The article goes on to say Brownlee was either going to be paid for his NIL at a later date or not at all. Either way, he was reportedly holding out until the money came in. Now, 15 days later, Brownlee is transferring out of Florida State altogether. The exact reason for Brownlee's transfer is unknown, but the timing of his reported decision to hold out over a lack of NIL compensation and his decision to leave is certainly interesting. The starting cornerback from 2021 could always choose to return to Florida State. However, it appears as though he is seeking other opportunities, both on and off the field at another program. So again, we'll see how this plays out. Just an interesting story altogether with the NIL deals. Just the fact that he holds out, he enters the portal. We've seen several kids enter the portal and then come right back out. So is this a strong arm? I'm going to enter the portal, get my bag, and then I'm going to come right back to FSU? Or is he looking for greener grass? We will see how it plays out. But you guys know what to do. Hit the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. A lot to unpack here. Obviously, as I said at the top of the video, I think Jarvis Brownlee can contribute. He could help this football team on the field, but do you question locker room chemistry, team chemistry, everything that Josh Heupel is trying to build with the culture at Tennessee with a guy that is holding out for an NIL deal? Also, just a quick note, Mitchell Agude did drop his top 3. He's making an announcement later today. Tennessee, surprisingly not on that list of top 3. Kind of caught by surprise with that one, but it is what it is. We'll see if Tennessee jumps back into the portal, looks to find another edge rusher as we move through the spring and into the summer when they have those spots open up. But again, hit that comment section. Let me know your thoughts on Jarvis Brownlee. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up on the way out the door. Check out the official merchandise of the Talkin' Vols Network. Go to bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. Any and all support greatly appreciated. We've got all kinds of different logos, designs, hats, t-shirts, hoodies, coffee mugs, water bottles, whatever you want. It's all there. Bonfire.com/store/Talkin' Vols. Don't forget to tune in Sunday, immediately following the baseball game. We'll have Talkin' Vols live. And then coming up next Tuesday, 6:30 p.m., we continue the NCAA 2013 Dynasty Watch-Along. We'll hang out, talk Tennessee football as we move through another week of spring practice. But that's going to do it for this. And appreciate you guys tuning in. Hope you guys have a great Friday and a great weekend. This is the Talkin' Vols Network. My name is Boogie Bentley. Go Big Orange.